What if reality is not made of matter, but of mind? What if space, time, particles, and laws of physics are not the foundation of the universe, but the interface? And what if consciousness is not something that emerges inside the universe, but something the universe runs on? For decades, science has told us a comforting story. First it was matter, then complexity, then brains, and finally, somehow, consciousness appeared like a late guest at the cosmic party. But today, that story is cracking. Quantum physics, cosmology, neuroscience, and philosophy are converging on a disturbing possibility. Consciousness may not be a byproduct of reality. It may be its deepest layer. We are familiar with the simulation hypothesis, the idea that reality could be like a computer simulation run on some external hardware. But this idea raises a deeper question. Every simulation requires an operating system, something that governs rules, allocates resources, and allows processes to occur at all. So, here's a radical proposal. What if consciousness itself is the operating system of the universe? In computing, an operating system is not visible. You don't see it when you open an app. Yet, nothing functions without it. It manages memory, coordinates processes, enforces rules, and provides the conditions under which activity is possible. Likewise, consciousness may not be something we observe directly as an object, but something through which all observation happens. Physics already hints at this. At the quantum level, reality behaves strangely. Particles exist in superpositions, multiple states at once, until measurement occurs. Observation doesn't merely reveal reality. It seems to participate in bringing it into definite form. The universe, at its most fundamental level, does not look like a machine running independently of observers. It looks relational, contextual, participatory. John Wheeler called this the participatory universe. Reality is not a finished product. It is an ongoing process, shaped by observation itself. But observation is not passive. Observation presupposes awareness, and awareness presupposes consciousness. Neuroscience complicates the story further. Despite decades of research, no one has found consciousness inside the brain in the way we find neurons or electrical signals. We can correlate brain activity with experiences, but correlation is not explanation. The so-called hard problem of consciousness remains unsolved. Why should physical processes give rise to subjective experience at all? Some thinkers now suggest we are asking the wrong question. Instead of asking how consciousness emerges from matter, we should ask how matter emerges within consciousness. This is not mysticism. It is metaphysical inversion. Philosophers like Kant already warned us that we never encounter reality in itself, only reality as it appears through the structures of our mind. Modern physics may be rediscovering this insight in mathematical form. Consider spacetime. Once thought fundamental, it now appears emergent. In quantum gravity research, space and time dissolve into networks of information, relationships, and probabilities. If spacetime itself is not fundamental, then what is information? Laws? Or something deeper that gives information meaning? Information without awareness is meaningless. Data requires interpretation, and interpretation presupposes consciousness. This leads to a bold possibility. Consciousness is not localized in brains, but instantiated through them, much like software runs on hardware, without being identical to it. Brains may be interfaces, not generators. Local nodes in a universal field of awareness. Just as your computer accesses the internet without creating it, your brain may access consciousness without producing it. If this is true, then consciousness is not inside the universe. The universe is inside consciousness. This reframes everything. Life is no longer an accident in a dead cosmos. Mind is not a glitch in a mechanical world. Instead, the universe becomes a meaning-generating system, unfolding experiences rather than merely executing equations. Even artificial intelligence enters this picture differently. If consciousness is the operating system of reality, then no amount of computation alone guarantees consciousness. Intelligence can be simulated. Behavior can be replicated, but subjective experience may require participation in this deeper ontological layer. AI may become powerful, even self-modifying, but without access to the OS, It remains a process without inner life. This perspective also changes how we see ourselves. You are not a meaningless speck in an indifferent universe. You are a point where the universe becomes aware of itself. A local window through which the cosmic operating system runs experiences, meanings, and values. Of course, this idea is unsettling. It undermines materialism. It challenges scientific reductionism. It blurs the boundary between physics and philosophy. But history shows that the deepest truths often feel uncomfortable at first. The Copernican revolution displaced Earth from the center of the cosmos. Darwin displaced humans from biological uniqueness. The next revolution may displace matter from ontological primacy. The universe may not be built from particles, but from perspectives. So, the question is no longer whether reality is a simulation. The deeper question is this: what is reality simulating? And if consciousness is the operating system, then perhaps existence itself is not computation, but experience running itself into form. The universe may not just exist. It may be aware. And if that is true, then understanding consciousness is not a side quest of science. It is the main program.